everyone. Hey, thanks everyone for joining. I don't see anybody in the comments. I can't see if people are here yet, but we will get started here today. How are you? And today we're going to start off with a guest speaker from a project that we have had before at a DAO hall with the Pepper Attack. And Deacon Z is here to give us more information and some updates. And after that, I will give some updates on good project, talking about tokenomics, capital raising, and what the plans are going to be for the next couple of months. And then we will rope in Albert and Kayla, who you see here, on the project. So without further ado, Deacon Z, will you please know a little bit about yourself and those who didn't hear about the Pepper Attack NFT, kind of give a background on that.
All right. Well, hi, and thanks for having me. Hi, everybody else out there. I'll talk a little bit about me, but just a little. I've been a gamer forever, right? One of our slogans on Pepper Attack is "Made for gamers by gamers," and I started PC gaming in, I guess it was 1997 with Ultima Online, and I was a game master for, I think, the Sonoma shard. I don't even remember anymore, but I was a game master there, and the whole gaming world kind of got their hooks into me. So now working on Pepper Attack, it's like, to me, a dream job. I mean, every day I wake up and I wish I wake up earlier and woke up earlier. But so I've been playing games for a long time, and it's funny now that play to earn games have come on the picture. A lot of guys golf, some guys go bowling, some guys sit in a bar. For the last 20 years, I've been sitting at my computer every night from 7 to midnight, and my wife always knew where to find me. That was the good thing. But it's funny how our attitude has changed. It used to be, oh, you know where Nick is. He's on the computer. Now it's like, now that we make some money, it's like, what are you doing out here? Why aren't you in your office on the computer?
Get back to gaming there.
Yeah, get in there. But anyway, I stumbled on Pepper Attack. It's been a year or more that I've been playing play to earn games, and I have my favorites, and I play a few every day still. And I stumbled on Pepper Attack about 8 months ago. I'm not the founder. I just kind of fell in love with the game and kept pestering them. And they didn't know it at that point, but I owned a digital marketing agency for about 11 years. And we were all doing online marketing. I wasn't doing it for the game industry. I was doing it. I had clients, dentists, doctors, attorneys, plumbers, stuff like that. And we just kind of got to know each other and got to be talking. And, now I don't do any of that anymore. I'm more than full time with Pepper Attack, and I do the marketing. I work with the community. So that's how I ended up with Pepper Attack.
So what was it about Pepper Attack? Like, if you said you've been playing, a bunch of these play to earn games, what drew you into Pepper
Attack? I don't know. I mean, maybe fate, because we've only had a game for 3 weeks now. We've only been in open beta for 3 weeks. I mean, we've had internal testing and stuff, right? So that's kind of hard to answer. I fell in love with the artwork. I fell in love with the people. I fit in with the community well. It really could have happened with any of several games, but I don't know. That no one's ever asked me that before. Now, of course, I'm glad I'm here because, and here's one thing in hindsight, it's a small team, so I'm able to really put my opinion in, and I'm not a coder, right? That's not me. I could change color from blue to yellow on HTML, but I'm not a coder by any stretch, and but yet I have a lot of input in a lot of different areas, and I think however it ended up, I'm glad it's where I ended up because we're still here in these times. We have a game that's playable. We're growing. A lot of good stuff going on.
Yeah.
So
So last time when our last update, it was before the actual game was in beta and ready for consumption for the by
right, right.
for beta testing consumers or what have you. So walk us through what's the development and what you can now do in the Pepper Attack game.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. I kind of got involved with Proof of Good almost by accident too, and through Leyline and Proof of Good, and I still don't understand how all your different things work together, but
Neither
um,
do I, so you're fine.
okay. But about 2 weeks ago, and if I'm wrong, our community people will correct me. But about 2 weeks ago, we went into open beta, and we had a small group. We had a group of around 20 people doing closed beta for a short period of time first. We never really had an alpha. We just skipped right into beta. And we couldn't afford an alpha. But so uh, we've been open beta about 2 weeks, and we've got a core community that has invested. We haven't even launched our mite yet, our token yet. That's how new we are and how early this is, and that's coming up in quarter 3. But we did have a small token sale for some of our community, and now even in open beta, even though it's a beta, they're able to earn. So the people that are playing are earning our token now, and then it'll be launched, like I said, in quarter 3. Some of them have so much already; they're just like stockpiling it, like chipmunks putting them in their cheeks. Um, but we're playable now, and I guess it was 3 days ago uh, we added a free to play version. So not only are we in open beta, but we have a free to play version. So if somebody knows nothing about blockchain and they don't know how to do a wallet and they don't have any tokens, but they like games, they could just come push a button and play the game with us and worry about the tokens and spending and earning and all that stuff later, which is cool. So that's where we're at now. And we've been making all these little changes. Like every 3 or 4 days, we'd add something, change something, and there's so much more to come than what we have now. But we just decided we're just going to. I actually today I had to explain to the community that we're probably not going to have another update until July, but it's going to be a bigger update. Because every time you release something little, you got to test that something little, and something else can get broken. And it's disappointing for me because I'm a player as much as I am on the developer team. I want to play the next thing that I've already seen pictures of or slot screens of. But that's where we're at now, and I can show you if you want me to play
Well,
for 5 minutes.
well, actually, let's take it back from the beginning.
Sure.
Kind of just like let's talk to us about the peppers themselves, right? So all the characters are peppers, and do you get a team of
Yep.
peppers or do you get one pepper? I don't
You
recall.
you can we have 6 different types. We have chili peppers, habanero peppers, bell peppers, Pereira peppers, ghost peppers, and reaper peppers, and 2 more that I'm not allowed to say yet. But um, so the peppers are the NFTs, and they're priced very inexpensively. They're 0.015, so for about $30 you can play the game and start earning if you want to go that route. You could play with up to 5 at a time, so you could have a team of 5 with as many backups beyond that as you want. We've got one gentleman who has, I think he has 300. I know he has at least 200, which is kind of crazy. I'm embarrassed to say I don't have 200. Uh, but so you can play with 1 or 2, and you can compete a little bit, but you're not going to have the earning potential with 2 peppers that you're going to have with 5 or 8 or 10, right? But you can play with 1 or 2, and we're really bending over backwards to try to balance it as best that we can. Like for example, if you play with 1 or 2 peppers, you're probably only going to fight 1 or 2 or 3 enemies. If you play with 5 peppers, you're going to fight 4 or 5 enemies. It's just when you win with a smaller team, you don't win as much.
Hmm.
So you, which makes sense, right? I mean, the guy
Right.
that has 200 should make more than the guy that has two. Uh, that's only fair. And we are running a business, even though it doesn't feel like it.
Right.
Uh, so so that's kind of how it works. The peppers each have, there's six different kinds, and they each have skills like in a typical role playing game or MMORPG. They have evasion, attack, defense, um, hit points, speed, uh, and they can be upgraded. There's different levels, um, from common, rare, epic, and legendary, and they're all randomized when you buy your NFT. So I mean, it is possible to have like a common even that's as good as a legendary. The legendary might have a lot more skills, but that common might have like a higher attack. Well, not really, but close to it. So we're finding guys that have uh, the cheaper NFTs. I mean, they're all the same price, but they're random when you buy them. Um, that are just as competitive as with the better ones. But of course, the better ones do have more potential in the future. It's not in the game yet, but you're going to be able to boost all of these powers. And there's also going to be skills added to each one of them, like insta kill and res, and none of that's in the game yet.
Hmm.
Um, there's a lot that's not in the game yet, but it's almost like a typical MMORPG or RPG right now.
And when
Uh,
you're fighting, when your team of peppers are fighting enemies, are those
mhm.
other Web3 and pepper attack NFTs, or are there metaverse enemies that anybody can kill and earn tokens with?
Yeah, they're monsters. They're chupas, to be specific. They're chupas, and that's we this is the what's called adventure mode. In the future, the way our modes work, it's PVE, right? So you're playing five peppers against five monsters, or three against three, or three against four, roughly. Uh, in the future, we'll add other modes. We'll add a PvP mode where you're playing against other players. We have plans for different types of tournaments. We work on a tournament basis that each tournament's like from 3 days to a week to 2 weeks. We're testing all different lengths and stuff. It's like, for example, now you play and you can play 30 ranked matches a day. So that keeps it even for everyone, right? So you can play 30 ranked matches a day, and then there's a leaderboard, and you can see where you fall on the leaderboard. And at the end of the tournament, which is 3 weeks or a week, I mean 3 days or 4 days or a week, whatever it is, um, first place wins more than second place, then third place, then fourth place. And in the future, we'll have different tournaments running at the same time, and the tournaments will be different. Like there'll be caveats thrown into them. Like, this tournament has this rule, or this or doesn't have this rule. Um, and that'll all come in time, you know.
Do players play against other players in the tournaments, or is that not a feature yet?
Not yet. It will be. It's right now they're playing against the chupas, the little people tell us they're too cute. But those aren't monsters; those are pets. Um, but that's what they play against. Yeah, right now we play against the chupas.
And
Yeah,
then
and
uh,
go ahead.
do you envision that in the future when players are playing against each other, either in tournament mode or some other modes, that the skills will be equalized, or will the attributes that are accrued to different characters be allowed to compete in tournaments?
Um, they will be able to, and any of this can change, right? Because like we'll roll it out, and then we'll listen to the community and ask questions. So I'm not sure yet is the real answer. But
Yeah.
what we envision at this point is you have your bullpen of peppers, right? So if I'm playing against you in a PvP match, I'll line up my five peppers against your five peppers, and I might have, a bell in the front with two reapers and chilies in the back, and you might have a bell in the front or a habanero in the front. So we'll have different lineups, and they'll have different skills. Um, that can be used. So it'll be me against you with whatever peppers I own against the peppers you own, plus with the caveat of who's boosted what potions do we each have ready to use, and things like that. So there will be some choices and decisions you'll make on the way. Yeah.
Cool.
Right now
Well,
it's all automated. too. So you set your team up, you hit go, you watch the battle. In the future, maybe PvP will be manual, where we're not
Some,
sure yet.
some
Yeah,
micro strategy. Got to get your,
yeah.
your your thumbs ready.
It's funny. Before it came out, I almost was thinking in the back of my head that right now it's turn based, and I was kind of thinking, I don't know how much fun this is going to be, to be honest. But the more we play, the more strategy we do discover, and learn it really from our community. Like the people in the community are posting different things and um, just helping each other, and not always. I mean, when they get something really good, they hold it tight to their chest. We've only been out 2 weeks,
Yeah.
but uh, but there is a lot more strategy than I even expected, and half 3/4 of the game isn't even in the game yet. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy VII was turn based, right? In a similar fashion.
Um, was it an I don't know. I didn't. I only played the MMO Final Fantasies. I didn't play the. I
There were
have trouble with
versions of it
RPGs.
that were like that, and I had a great time playing them. So
Okay.
yeah, I would have no issues with that.
Well,
What happens when you lose a battle? You don't lose your NFT, right?
no, no. But you lose. You lose. Could you imagine? Um, I could talk to you off screen about another game that's doing something like that. But um, no, when you lose though, and it kind of sucks when you lose. It's almost too punishing, and we're working on that because when your pepper dies and you lose the battle when all 5 of your peppers are dead. So if you only have 5 peppers, you have to heal those 5 peppers, and they'll take anywhere from 2 to 4 potions to heal them back. So whatever injuries happen in the battle, you have to heal those peppers before you enter the next battle. Unless you're the guy with 200 peppers, then you just
Right.
swap them in and out. Um, so what happens is sometimes you're stuck for the day and you really can't play. Your peppers are all dead and you got to wait. But 4 times during the day, the peppers all refill to full, so their health comes back. And we also have an admire button. You push a button that says admire, and you get every day, and you get a bunch of potions, and you get potions for winning every game. So we're really trying to balance it so when you win, you have enough potions to heal whatever damage you took to move to the next battle. Um, but sometimes you're stuck with all your peppers dead, and it's like, Then you play the free game for practice.
Well, if things can change, we'd love to work with you on getting people in the Pepper Attack community and the Proof of Good community to do good things in the real world so they can heal their peppers in the metaverse, right? Like
It's funny you say that because I have something to show you that you'd swear we stole this from you. It's crazy. I don't know if we did, um, or if it's just a heck of a coincidence. But I'll show it to you.
Do you want to show us again? You said you wanted to.
Yeah, sure. What do I just share the screen, right?
That I don't know. Is Jamie here? Jamie. Oh yeah, share. Yeah, there's the share plus.
Share.
Should do it.
Share screen. Don't share these tips again. Let's blah blah. Window. That's not the one I want. Hold on. Oops. I'll figure it out. Why do I keep opening the wrong thing here?
While you're doing that, just you want to tell everybody where they can go to get their peppers and play?
Sure. Yeah, you can play entirely for free at play.pepperattack.com. And you just push a button, you'll log in. I'll show you, and you play for free. Hold on one second. I'm having a little trouble.
I gotta get my peppers. I think I tried to get my peppers before, and something happened, and then I got distracted. So I need to go back and do it. They're cheaper now since everything has gone down in price in the crypto world. So
yeah. Do you see my screen there?
Yeah, looks good.
All right, good. So let me show you this. No, I'll play once, then you'll appreciate it a little bit better. So this is my account. It resets every night at 7 o'clock, the 30 ranked matches. You see up here, you get 30 ranked matches, right? Um,
Mhm.
so, and let me log into the free account. And here's the only difference, right? When I go to the leaderboard here to see where I'm at for this tournament that ends in 4 days,
Mhm.
I'm in 25th place, right? So you'll see here, I'm in 25th place. Um, the only difference between the free to play and the actual game itself is you with the free to play you don't win tokens. That's the only difference. You're not included on the board. But let me do this. Let me show them the actual. Yes. So to play for free, you come here, you click login as guest, and you're instantly in the game.
And then how
Because you
many
notice,
peppers can you get if you're playing for free?
well, you click on team, and you see you've got about 20. We spoil you.
Yeah, no
Um,
kidding.
yeah, you get a good lineup.
You get a good
So
roster.
yeah, so one of the first things you're going to do is you have to build your team, right? And I like doing it on the adventure page because I could just click and drag.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm not going to go into a whole lot of explanation, but you basically want a tank in the front, right? Somebody with a lot of hit points. 310 is a lot of hit points. And then we'll just follow him up with a ghost.
And
And
then what's
another
the
one,
positioning? Is it
I'll
a
show you in the match. It is
back line?
the first one on the left is your front line. Um, and so on, right? You'll see as soon as I start the battle.
Gotcha.
And then I want to look for two. You know what? I don't want this guy. Hold on. I want him.
Also, isn't that one guy dead? One
Yeah,
of
and I'll go back to the team page because here you can see the differences, right? Some are 2-star, some are 3-star. So
but some have zero
common,
hit points. I thought they wouldn't be able to battle.
they're dead. I just got to heal them.
I see.
And here's the best thing about the free to play account. It's got 9,800 potions,
Oh my goodness.
so you can play forever, right? Um, so I'm going to look here. I'm going to use this legendary Reaper because it's probably the best one I got, but I want to move him up a spot here. And I'm actually going to put someone a little tankier in front of him. And I'm not going to take the time to explain all the differences, because each one, like the chili pepper, for example, has the highest attack and crit. The bell pepper has the highest defense and hit points. And, that would take a long time to really get
Yeah.
into.
Well, I mean, also you don't want to spoil it for people. They got to get in there and do it themselves.
Yeah, and now it's free. So, all right. So here's my team. And then I'm going to heal this. I'm going to go to adventure. And this is where the battle actually goes. I'm going to click regen, top off his hit points, right? Is that music too loud? Want me to kill the music?
I can't
I'll
even
leave
hear
it.
it.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I
I
can't
can
hear the music. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear it.
So what you're going to do now is you're going to find a match, right? And when you click find match, you're going to get. It's random, but if you have 5 peppers, you're likely to have more. You're likely to have 5. Now, if I would be to fight these 3 monsters, these devilish looking chupas, um, I wouldn't get a lot of points for killing 3 of them. Now, if I only had 2 peppers, I might take this fight, or 3 peppers, but I have 5, so I'm going to try to escape,
Escape
and
it.
I'm going to try to reset my enemies. Most of the time it resets, but some of the times you get forced either to fight a team way too powerful or weaker than you'd like to fight. Okay, here's 4. I'll take this one. Normally I would wait for 5, but I'll take this. And to answer your question from before, the first one is your tank. So that's what's going
I
to
see.
be attacked first. So you want your tank, your stronger, more defensive peppers to be in front. And like the back row is more your damage guys. So let's hit battle there.
Now, why were why are the random generators generating like 3 or 2 or 4 and not matching you up directly with how many peppers you're fighting with?
Um, It's because sometimes I can lose a fight. There's no pause yet. I wish there was, but I can lose a fight. We're going to win this one quick. I can have 5 peppers and I can lose to 3 or 4 uh, monsters
Mhm.
because they're stronger monsters
Oh,
than
I see.
you see what I mean. So sometimes I'll take a fight against 4, uh,
Mm,
and sometimes there's a fight against 5, but they're all so weak. I'll try to skip it because I know I won't get many points.
yeah.
Um, there's
So
there's a lot of strategy in it that I didn't even think that was going to be there. This is the toughest one, the IRA. I've
mhm.
taken 20, 22 swings to kill one of these. Not this match.
So right there. So as a guest, you can come in and you can play. You just won 3 more health potions that you
Yep.
don't need because you already got almost 10.
Now, in my account, I would need.
You would need
But
those,
go
right?
ahead. Yeah. Yep.
So you don't earn
Yeah.
anything. You just win and you get to learn how to play the game. Is that
Gives you an opportunity to play the game. It gives you an opportunity to learn which peppers are better. It gives you an opportunity to learn strategies. It gives an opportunity for the paid people, since they only get 30 ranked matches a day, to come into here and work on strategies to
right?
see which orders work better. So there's a lot of pluses, and the main one is there's so many people nowadays. They keep talking about the mainstream gamers are coming to the blockchain. The mainstream gamers are coming to blockchain. We believe it really slows down that possibility when they have to learn when before they can even play the game, they have to get a wallet and they have to learn how to buy Ethereum. Then they got to convert that Ethereum to Polygon Ethereum. Then they got to do this and that and pay gas. And what's gas? Why do I have to pay gas?
Right,
All the stuff we went through, right?
right, right.
So this way, we'll let them learn the game first and then decide if they want to learn how to do all that stuff. Because then at
Right.
least they're doing it with a purpose, right?
Yeah.
Um,
You have to make sure that the juice is worth the squeeze, right?
Yeah, yeah, and it has benefits for our regular players too. It has benefits for our paid members that, like I said, they can practice, they can learn the game and things like that, and try different strategies without blowing your own potions um and
No,
that type of thing.
it's a
Yeah,
great format. I mean, if you wouldn't mind, I'd love to see you play with your see how what you would earn if you were playing,
yeah,
with
yeah,
your
sure,
team.
yep.
And then I guess what you earn is directly related to or directly proportionate to the hit points of the enemies you're fighting, or their
What I
luck.
earn?
Yeah.
No, the leaderboard. I'll show you because
Okay.
you didn't see it give points. I'll show you how it works. So I'll pick my team. And I like this team, and I just wasted. Now, remember the thousands of potions? I've got 41, so I have to be really careful. Potions are gold, okay?
Now, does the potion refill all of your energy or a certain amount of it?
No, like they've 100 each. They fill 100 hit points each. So this one would take 2 potions. This one would take 3.
Yeah.
You know,
Are you able to buy potions?
eventually, one of the next things to go in the game will be a marketplace where you'll be able to buy and sell potions and other things that aren't in the game yet,
Right.
including the NFTs. The peppers, we'll be able to buy and sell those with our token. And yeah, so and here's 2 other things. You get potions every day by clicking admire on the leaderboard. I already did it. I just turned over. I got 28 potions when I clicked the admire button. Um, Otherwise, I'd only have 13 potions and I'd be in deep doo doo. Uh, I'll show you a real fight in the game itself. These are peppers that I own. Um, Here's my team. I think I have 16. Yeah, 16. Yeah, no, 17. Okay. And you notice it says these say hero. These are our hero peppers that you can mint for 0.015
Mhm.
ETH Polygon. But this one says mystic. Most people would not have a mystic pepper in the game. Those peppers cost more. They're 0.15 to mint, but they mine. We call it mining. It's basically staking. when you stake a Mystic Pepper, you could earn, I want to get the number right, up to 4,500 might per month, uh, just by staking it and letting it sit there. So most of the guys that own these Mystics, they don't play the game with it. They just
You're not
let it
fighting with them, right?
right. It's better off just sitting there making 150 might a day.
Right.
All right, so let's get a fight, and I'll show you how the scoring works. I don't want those.
And if you're staking your Mystic, you can't fight it.
No, you could do one or the other. Now I just kind of got, I don't want to say screwed, but screwed. Oops, your team was chatting too loud while escaping. So I'm stuck. So I'm stuck fighting these three. I know it's an easy win, but I know I'm not going to get a lot of points, right?
Right.
So let's let him fight anyway.
It's still good to see what happens when you fight. So
yeah.
Easy battle or not, maybe for time purposes, it's better for it to be a fast victory.
Well, and I can, like, typically I would click the skip button, and I'll just do that to show you. It takes you right to the end if you don't feel like watching it fight.
Gotcha.
So I won 2 potions and 14 points. Now you didn't see that on the free to play side, right?
Right.
So I won 14 points and 2 potions.
And what do those?
And here's the damage I took, right? So I'm actually going to use more than 2 potions, or I can switch. I think I'll just switch peppers instead of healing that one, right? But here's where the points come in. If you look down here on the leaderboard, I have 1,183, so I would have just had 1,167, I guess it would have been, right? And what makes it interesting, the guy in first place.
And then you win versus then you get this amount of might wherever you land.
Right, when the tournament ends. So in 4 days, whoever's in first place gets 8,000 might. Whoever's in second place gets 6,000 might. And here's a familiar name. You guys
we know Mr. Pineapple.
Yeah, sure. There's other familiar names in here too. There's other guys here from you guys. But yeah, there's Pineapple. He's 10th place. But one thing you don't know, like when I look at this, we get 30 ranked matches a day. I don't know if these top guys have already played all 30 of theirs or if they haven't played any. So there's some strategy in there, right?
Excellent.
So that's where the points come in. You play. I don't know why I keep getting these teams of 3.
So now, do you have to be in a tournament in order to earn, or can you just? Well,
you're automatically in a tournament if you have peppers. If you have NFTs in the game, it automatically enters you in the tournament. Yeah, and so here's a 5x5. Right now, just because I know the game, I know I'll win, but I'll play it out because it's fun to watch.
And before you play, you can't even see how many health points they have?
No, you can see their hit points.
You can.
Yeah. And there's only one of each. Like right now, the pink one in the back row is Lux. He's the most powerful. He does the most damage. So I know he's like a glass cannon. He dies fast, but he does a lot of damage. Right? So you got to judge all this when you're choosing.
Right. Yeah, that's all the fun of these kinds of games. And so right now, what kinds of potions are there? Just healing potions, or are there?
That's all that's in the game now. Although there's 6 or 7 more, and there's boosts, and there's skills, and there's I never remember the word artifacts. There's a lot of other things that aren't any. This whole fight scene isn't even what's going to be in the game permanently. This is just in now for beta, so our community can see a fight.
Right.
Eventually, you're going to actually watch an animated battle. It's going to be a lot different. So here I got 23 points. 30's about what you shoot for.
Okay.
But this wasn't a good enough team for me to get 30.
Gotcha. Now you said that there was something that you thought that was very similar to the ideas that I was mentioning about.
Yeah. Let me show you that. So I said before, you've seen when you win a match, you get potions. Potions are like it right now, right? They're like blood. When you win a match, you get potions. Once a day, you click admire, you get potions. But you can also come to the hero quest and start your heroic journey. complete 3 quests in real life and receive in-game rewards. Is this familiar? um, so here's different. It gives you some hints and some different suggestions. Like, okay, I'm gonna walk my dog extra. Let's see. I'm gonna walk my dog extra.
Hey, Deacon, if I could hop in, how
Yep,
do you know whether they actually did it or not?
they're kind of on the
On
It's
on the
honor code.
yeah yeah they're
It'd be
That's
great if
the,
you
not-
could validate
the
those
lack,
games.
the lack of proof of good.
We can come
yeah.
in with our validation and turn this into making sure real good is being done.
And we've thought about ways to validate it. By the way, this was launched about an hour and a half ago.
I
So
see.
I told Habanero, the founder, I said, if there's any way you can get this done by the video tonight, I know they'll love it. So here's what happens. You get time to finish this stuff, right? So I completed this. Oh, there. Oh, look, I got 10 potions.
Oh wow.
I completed this. Oh, but this buttons ain't
Well,
working.
this is why you need to partner with Proof of
Here we go.
Good, so you can send everybody through us so they can legitimately earn their hero quest points.
Yeah. There's so much we could do together. We love the
Shameless-
things you guys are doing.
Shameless plug for Proof
well,
of Good.
No,
It's not really
It's
shameless
great.
because if you roll out a marketplace and people can just make up things to earn things that have value, then you are going to undermine the value of those items. So that's where we
yeah.
come.
So who knows? We might. This is step one. Let's put it that way.
Exactly.
But
we'll talk and get it all together.
we're wide open. We love what you guys are doing. So, yeah. So that's our little game. Let me make sure I got those potions. Oh yeah, that's important. Yeah. So
Doubled your potion inventory.
what?
That's great. That's great.
Oh yeah.
Well,
So
without telling us without revealing any secret sauce, is there anything that's coming up that in development that you can tell us about?
a lot of the things I've mentioned, a better fight scene, our marketplace is coming up. Our token's going to be launched. We'll have our ICO in the third quarter. There's going to be boosts that make the fights better, make the characters better. There's going to be deflationary ways where you could like swap. We don't know exactly how it's going to work yet, but where you could swap like 2 or 3 peppers for a new, more powerful one. We're talking about artifacts, weapons, land. Land, don't even. Everyone wants land.
Right.
2024, 23. So yeah, there's a lot coming up, but it won't be like till July till everything is really pumping. Yeah, but
Awesome. Well,
I'm just excited because people can come and play now without jumping through hoops.
yeah,
So
that is fantastic. That's great. Love it.
yep.
So I was looking in the comments here. Does anybody have any questions for our deacon here? I mean, that I know Albert and I got like sucked in immediately and wanted to ask all the questions, but if not, we put the link in the comments. I saw it earlier. It's play.pepperattack.com. In case you didn't see it, there it is again.
Yeah, that's the play, and just pepperattack.com for info.
Yeah,
join our Discord. Come say hi.
And go get some peppers, and we'll figure out a way to help incorporate that validation of good deeds in your in the game there, Deacon.
We'd love to. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, no,
pleasure.
thanks for coming. Absolutely, appreciate it.
All right.
So with that, we'll just move on here. We've got another 15 minutes or so, and so just want to give some quick updates. I guess maybe Albert and Michaela, or Albert or Michaela, do you want to start off with what's going on and either in biz dev and brand development, and then I'll follow up with economics and finance?
Sure. So I can just jump in and give people an update on where we are with Let's Rethink This. So we've been having multiple get to know you sessions with the team. Those are continuing. We are getting ready to start working on an article that we'll write for publication in their newsletter, followed by an article that they'll write about us to also be published. We'll work with their animator to bring to life some of the sort of characters in the DAO, meaning you all out there that have been participating and helping make this proof of good thing come to life. We're looking to really breathe life into this visually and make it engaging and get our story out there. And then on the back end of that, and Michaela can speak to the work that we're doing on the pitch deck and messaging for attracting capital interest, I'll say. This all sort of ties together with getting people to be aware of who we are and what we're trying to do, and then attracting that interest to help support the project. So Michaela, I'll toss it over to you.
Awesome.
Okay, sure, Al. So the pitch deck, so I've had conversations with all like relevant team members. Devin and I went over financials and tokenomics. Al and I went over a bunch of things together, and the value proposition. I talked in depth with Jeremy, and then like had to process it all for a day or so, because really had to reposition what the problem is we're solving and for who we're solving it for, because where we all were coming from is not what was landing for investors. And so had to kind of pivot with that. And I shared with Al today, I think I cracked the nut. I think we got it. So we, while I've been working on all of that and like the different components of a really tight, great story, I've also connected with our design team. Christian is taking lead on this. So we went over all the how it's going to look and all the necessary graphic assets and charts and diagrams and things like that. So he's at work on that while I've been trying to figure out what is the story and how is it going to capture their wallets. So we're on track now. There's going to be a lot of progress made tomorrow now that we've figured out the main problem, and then it's just kind of filling it in. And so Al and I will be tightening that up. And then once we have a pretty good first draft, we're going to start running it by core team members, and then we'll be sharing it. So we're on track. I think it's going to take a little longer than I planned. My wish was the end of this week, but I think it's going to take longer for the assets and get a round of feedback. So definitely by next week, this will be ready to hit the road.
And I'll just jump in and say this, I don't think that we necessarily pivoted, but what Michaela has done a great job of doing is threading the needle between what we're doing, all the different things that we are doing and can do, and tying that into the value proposition and making that story crisp. And I think that's where we've struggled in the past. And, I'm excited to get that messaging out there. So kudos to you, Michaela, for that.
Well, thank you. It took a bit. It was a pivot for me. I'm sorry. I had to let go of my attachment to leading with something that was not resonating. And there's a famous line in like script writing about killing your darlings. Well, they're all like lying dead in a corner somewhere now. I've had to get over
authoring the Game of Thrones script.
So thank you, Al. Yeah, I think we can tell a really succinct, powerful story and show a bunch of stats that'll make them like their eyes will start salivating at the market size potential.
Absolutely. No, thanks, Albert and Michaela. And that really all comes together for what we're doing on the tokenomics, and how we are looking at generating interest in proof of good as an ecosystem, as well as the tokens and other assets. So I'm just going to sort of put that all together and I'll start off with the tokenomics. So we have the new form of tokenomics and the new distributions on how we're going to allocate money that comes into the treasury. Michaela is also working on a short presentation specifically around tokenomics, which we will be able to go through on the next DAO Hall. And so that will be worth tuning into to see the direction that we're going with there. But we do think that by doing that, we will make our token very attractive in numerous ways. But on top of that, one of the things that we did was had a conversation with the tokenomics expert on the Let's Rethink This team, and there are a lot of lessons to be learned from the Terra Luna sort of, I guess, catastrophe debacle, however you want to call it. But a lot of it is around algorithms pegging to the US dollar or to a different cryptocurrency, and then those imbalances and swaps, how they can go against you with sort of one either bad actor or slick actor. I wouldn't say bad actor, but one slick actor in the market can sort of disrupt your algorithm. And then in a market environment like this, it can create that a disconnection, which can lead to a plummeting of your token. And so while we're not going to be pegging our token to the US dollar or to another cryptocurrency, that is still relevant in the fact that we are allowing good points that are being earned to be converted into good tokens. And so we've got a finite asset in good tokens, and we have what I'd like to think is infinite good points that can be earned in the world because of the infinite amount of good that can be done in the world. So there is an algorithm between the conversion of good points into good tokens, and we need to make sure that we create an ecosystem that doesn't allow for either side of it. We don't want it to skyrocket and then become untenable. We don't want it to plummet as well. And so that will take some more work to develop. But we don't. But while we're doing that, we can go to the marketplace and we can market the token with our allocation strategy while we are drilling down those points in the background. And it's very interesting to me because one thing that I know for sure is that a lot of tokens out there don't have that robust algorithmic approach to making sure that value doesn't dissipate or be completely eliminated from the token. And so that's another way that we want to make sure that we're differentiating our project from others that are in the market around the time when it's tough sledding out there for anybody who has an NFT or you own any crypto. I'm sure if you're on this DAO Hall, you fall into one of those categories. So you're sharing the pain of all of us and all the people out there who are putting money into this space. And so we're making sure that we're doing all of these things so that when we do, when our token is offered, it's very attractive for many reasons, for playing the games, for our partners. We'd love to get Pepper Attack to be one of our partners. And we already have a couple other partners with games where we're going to be using good points and good tokens. And so all of these things combined in creating a robust token that has a base value that is transparent and is more predictable than just sort of any other token, we think is going to benefit us in the long run as we build this thing for to change the world and to last for eternity, hopefully. And that requires a lot of a lot of work because you need to put all that information into the blockchain coding ahead of time because you can't really change it once you're there unless we're going to transfer all of the tokens to a different to a different chain or to a different part of the chain, and we know how painful that can be. So we'll go through the high level allocations and the ecosystem at the next DAO hall. So be sure to attend that one. And then as Albert and Michaela sort of both alluded to, we're going to be working with the Let's Rethink This team to help us generate just some buzz around the project, just more awareness. Get more like-minded people to join our communities, understand what we're doing, and partner up with us in several ways as well. In conjunction with that, Nico, Asip, and the development team are starting work on the membership NFT packs. So I hope everybody who's on here has their Genesis pack. If not, you can still get some on OpenSea. But we're going to be releasing our membership NFTs. It's going to take roughly 3 or 4 weeks to develop, maybe 5 or 6, depending on what we're going to do with the art, because we do want them to be distinct, or we want them to the membership NFTs and the Genesis packs to have a little bit of differentiation, so we know which collection you're purchasing or which one that you're in. But with the awareness that will be raised from the Let's Rethink This team, we will get more community members with these membership NFTs, which will also qualify for airdrops and participation in the DAO and in voting. And will also be a way for us to raise the funding to get us to our token, which is planned for October. In conjunction with that, we are also kicking the tires on doing a crowdfunding pre-sale of our tokens around the same time. So we're talking around the July timeframe. So this is going to be a pretty busy month for us coming up here as we get all of our boats aligned to really be in a position where we're going to be able to raise awareness and also have a product for people to come and see. So we are within the next week or so, we will have the ability to write the good deeds to the ledger. And then behind that, we will be updating all the people who've earned good points to be able to go and see all the good points that you've owned or that you've earned. They will be written to the ledger. And then that's the first step to then expanding into bringing in oracles, having that validation, getting our token going, and then having good points being converted into those tokens, and then those tokens can be used in the games of our partners, and to upgrade your membership NFT or your Genesis packs. So it's going to be a very busy next month here, but a lot of deliverables you'll start to see during that time frame as well. So for all of you who've been with us for a long time, we're finally going to be seeing some good deeds being written to the ledger, which has always been the very first goal here. And then after that, we will be expanding our memberships into the DAO through the membership NFTs, as well as bringing in some more people in the community through our token sales. And so that is essentially the project update for the week. We've got about 2 minutes here. Jamie, what do we have going on for our POAP drop? Are we ready to to do that yet? Jamie, are you there? Uh-oh.
So one thing that I need to mention, or that needs to be mentioned from the team here: to secure your POAP, do not forget to get whitelisted by sending your wallet address to poap@leyline.gg. So I don't know where Jamie is to.
I think her mic's not working.
Got it. But do that, everyone.
Can you put that? Oh, there it is. poap@leyline.gg. We're good listing. We're experimenting with a couple of POAP ways of getting POAPs. So one of the new ways is through the good listing by sending. What do you have to send, Albert, to the POAP at Leyline?
Send your wallet address to poap@leyline.gg.
There you go. All right, that's also in the chat. So is there no Discord place to go to this time, Jamie? I just saw you for half a second.
Can you guys hear me? Oh my God, it's working. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So we will send you guys the POAP and the link for it. Just send your ETH address for your POAP at poap@leyland.gg, and it will be sent straight to you.
Okay, so no Discord this time.
No more Discord. We're doing it just through email now. Yeah, because we already have a white list for everyone that participates at Leyline and as well as Pog. So we know who you are, and yeah, this is just a way to kind of vet our POAP distributions instead of people going to our Discord server. We just think this is a more organized way as well.
There you go. We're keeping it tight. So so yes, everybody send your ETH wallet address to poap@leyline.gg. Get your POAP for the evening, and just looking for some questions here. I see that we're not going to list the good token during a bear market. Yeah, we are going to list it in the bear market. It's not when there are bear markets in every sort of asset, there are still opportunities and buyers in the space. And there's still good projects that that go to market. We're not going to be discounting our token because of the bear market. We're just going to make sure that we have a better, more worthwhile token to buy. So,
and if I could jump in, who says it's still going to be a bear market in October?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Is it dangerous to list in a bear market? So if the intent is to to purchase and then sell, which would make it dangerous and put selling pressure onto the token, then that could potentially be the case. But because we're not at the onset, we're not airdropping a bunch of tokens. We're not going to have that issue. In fact, the tokens that are going to be distributed to people who don't have to purchase them, so team members and advisors and partners, won't happen until after the round of token sales. So there won't be any benefit to selling the tokens that were purchased, but in a different kind of scenario, yes, possible. We're a couple minutes over here. I don't see any more questions, but if you have any more questions, hit us up on Discord or on Slack if you're a team member, and we will certainly get those answered for you. But thanks again for Deacon for coming to our DAO and giving us a view of the game. That's really important because that's how you get people excited. I know I'm going to hop off and get some of my peppers right right away. And I'm sure I'm gonna be ahead of Pineapple by the end of the tournament.
All right.
But anyway, awesome. Thanks everyone for attending. Again, we love our community. We're still keeping this thing going, and it's going to be a very busy month. So stay tuned. Thanks everyone.
Thanks,
Bye all.
folks. Have a great evening.